What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to repartition your hard drives. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so first things first, it's important to note that this will not work on drives that are formatted as FAT, FAT32, or exFAT. Okay, and I am going to help you guys determine what kind of hard drive you have, what it's formatted as, and how to change it. Alright, and now this will work on external and internal hard drives, so it doesn't matter if you have a USB stick, if you have an external USB hard drive, or if you're trying to reformat your C drive, maybe so you can dual boot Windows. All of that is going to work just fine as long as it is in the NTFS format. Alright, so now that we went over that, we're going to go and look at the hard drive that we're going to be using. So I'm actually going to be using this USB drive. It's the F drive that I have. I'm going to go to Properties here. That's right-click Properties. Okay, and then we can see that it is 7.3 gigs. The file system is FAT32, so that's a no-go. We're going to have to change this, and I am going to help you guys do that. Again, make sure you stay to the end of this video, because I am going to be addressing some different problems and caveats that you may have as I go through this video. Alright, so first things first, we're going to want to change our file system. If you have anything in this USB drive, you're going to want to make sure you back it up, simply copy and paste it somewhere else. If you have a big drive, I'm sorry, that's pretty much the only way to do this if it's in FAT32, but you only have to do it once. So we're going to right click on our USB drive, and we're going to go down to Format here. Go ahead and click on Format. Where it says File System, we're going to make sure that it says NTFS, that's the Windows file system. And our volume label, I'm going to go ahead and name it Tutorial. And I'm going to add a 1 on the end so we can tell the difference later. I'm going to select Quick Format and press Start. This is a relatively small drive. It's not going to take very long. Format complete. That's great. So now our USB drive is in the NTFS file system. We can go ahead and start the partition and reallocation. So in order to do that, we're going to press the Windows key and simply type in Computer Management. Open up that, and we're going to go to Storage and Disk Management here. Let that load up, and we're going to see all of our drives here. Now I have a lot of partitions on my drives, and I have an external drive. We're going to be focusing on this Tutorial 1 down here. I want this Tutorial 1 to be repartitioned with a 6.3 gigabyte partition and a 1 gig partition. That's what we're going to be doing for this tutorial. Now on this drive, for example, where I have like 1800 gigs, I could make a 500 gig partition. The only problem is that this is partitioned in exFAT, which means it is a universal drive, but Windows can't repartition it. Okay, now the C drive up here, it's in NTFS. NTFS, I did and can repartition my C drive, and you will also be able to, pretty much no matter what, your C drive is always going to be in NTFS. If you want to, you can repartition it and create another partition that is universal, but there's really no reason to do that. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. We're going to be looking at Tutorial 1. So what we're going to do is right click on Tutorial 1 and go up to Shrink Volume. And then we're going to enter the size that we want our new volume to be. So this is in megabytes. 1000 megabytes equals 1 gigabyte. So I'm going to be entering in 1000 because I want 1 gig. After we enter in that, enter in whatever size you want, press on shrink. And we're going to get this 1000 meg unallocated space. In order to be usable, because right now we can't use it, you right click, select New Simple Volume. It's going to bring up this little wizard. Click on Next. Make sure you select the full amount of space. That's going to be the default. I don't really see any reason why you wouldn't. However big you want the new usable space to be, input that. Select Next. Assign it a letter. The default's fine. Select Next. We are going to format this volume. So I'm going to go ahead and select NTFS. If you want it to be universal, so if you want it to work with your Blu-ray player, your PlayStation, or Xbox, for example, go ahead and select one of the FAT options. So maybe we'll do FAT32 instead. And our volume label, we're going to go ahead and just type in tutorial 2. Now this will make it all caps, so capitalization doesn't really matter right here. And we're going to let it perform a quick format and select next. All this, make sure all this looks good, and finish. Okay, so now all we're going to do is make sure that it worked. We're going to go ahead and select tutorial 2. Everything worked good. Tutorial 1, everything works good. We can go to properties. We see that this one is now 6.3 gigs, as it used to be 7. And the other one is right at 1 gig, 994 megs. Good, so everything worked. Now, if you follow this tutorial and you want to change it back, don't worry, I got you there. It isn't that hard. Again, make sure you back up both of these. So some of you may only have to back up one. It's good to make sure you back up both. So if we want to get rid of tutorial 2, you right click on it and select delete volume. Now this is going to turn it back into unallocated space. Again, everything you had on there will be gone, so make sure you back that up. Now some of you may be able to right click on tutorial 1 and select extend volume. Now I think there's something wrong with my USB drive, which is why it isn't letting me extend the volume. It's grayed out here. It could also be that maybe, actually, never mind, it doesn't matter. I think there's something wrong with my drive. It won't let me extend the volume. If you're getting the same problem, then you're going to click delete volume with me. If you're not, you're going to click extend volume and tell it you want to extend into the 1000 megs. I'm going to click delete volume, select yes. It's going to go back into one great big unallocated space. You're going to right click, new simple volume, open up the wizard. It's going to select next. Make sure you select the full amount of space. Select next again. Assign it a drive letter. The default is fine. I'm going to format it in NTFS. The volume label is going to be tutorial. And we're going to select next. Make sure all this looks good. Select finish. And now we should have a working tutorial drive. Now it is making me format it, which is fine. I kind of expected that to happen. That's why I said to stay till the end. We're going to go ahead and click on format. Once again, make sure it's NTFS, or if you want it to be universal, FAT32. Rename your volume label. I'm going to rename it tutorial. Oh, if I could spell. Quick format. Press start. Press OK. Click OK. Close out of that. And now our tutorial drive is working again. So sometimes you do have to go a little bit out of your way to get it back to normal, but that's how you do it, guys. Thank you for watching, going through and trying to redo some of my videos that maybe some of the sound quality isn't so great. If you appreciate that, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, check out some of the other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.